18, not to mention 7 assists. And we are underway as the Hokies win the opening tip. And overall, they're 23-4. Of course, national semifinalists last year and ranked number 5 in the country. And the season ended last year, they were number 4. Amor on the baseline.
Oh, you got a mismatch right here. An opportunity for Amor to attack.
She will down the lane, airborne, but it won't drop for her. And a rebound to the Irish.
And that was a heck of a job by Kylie Watson of staying in front.
Hidalgo quickly strikes. That didn't take long to light this place up.
She is so good at getting downhill. And, you know, Kenny Brooks talked about trying to force her left, but she sets you up so well and gets to the rim.
Leading the ACC in scoring at 24 points a game. Not to mention 6 rebounds and 5.5 assists. She absolutely does it all. Kitley trying to work out of the double. Gets it free to King and will knock it down, Kayla King.
And always a great sign when Kayla King knocks down a three-point shot. If you're going to dig off of Kayla King, Liz Kitley's going to find her.
Shoots a lot of three-pointers. A 6-foot grad and putting the Hokies out in front. Expecting a lively crowd here tonight in South Bend. And a block by Kitley. And Virginia Tech on the offensive attack. Kitley has it knocked away. Hidalgo with her first theft of the contest. Weaving and kicking. Notre Dame, one of the 9 teams expected to go to the NCAA tournament. The most in the country of any conference. The question is, where are they going to finish in the regular season, getting it downstairs? Westbeld with the strike. Maddie Westbeld coming in, averaging 14-9. Loose ball up top, but it'll be collected by the Hokies. Amor in the corner. Eck will swing it. Sonia will swish that one in. Nice touch from three-point land.
Yeah, this is a team in Virginia Tech that leads the ACC and made three-point field goals, making sure you can recover to shooters, making sure the right people are taking the shot that you want to if you're the Irish on defense.
Watson trying to make a move into the lane. Tough shot. Westbeld right back up, drops in 2. So tough on the glass. Her 112th consecutive start at Notre Dame, an absolute rock.
And she stops up.
Kind of a sloppy start. The Wolf will fire this one for Hidalgo and makes the shot, and she'll be headed to the line looking for a three-point play.
Get out in transition. That is when they're at their best. Great little head and shoulder fake by Hannah Hidalgo. Strong finish. Needs
a trophy room solely for her freshman season. Just won her 11th ACC Rookie of the Week honor. And just named to the Ann Myers Drysdale National Player of the Year watch list. And just piling up the plaques and the trophies. Grab a 9-6 lead. Amor stops. Kitley squaring up. Jump shot will clang in for Strack. Strack is a player who is going to be a great player.
And multiple times Kenny Brooks talking about trying to get Claire Strack and Liz Kitley on the floor at the same time. And think about the opportunity she has to go against Kitley every day in practice.
Both sides piling up early turnovers. Virginia Tech with their 3rd. On the drive, slithering inside, Matilda Eck for 2. And also started this with just 13 points from 1,000 in her career. Westbeld will fire and swish that one in. Nice touch. Westbeld missed the North Carolina loss with a concussion. That one was 61-57 and a lay-in by Eck on the other end.
And I love how Virginia Tech is moving multiple pieces around, getting Matilda Eck to the rim.
Westbeld again. That one clangs away. Notre Dame actually coming into this particular game with the number 10 net ranking, which is the highest in the ACC to this point. Kitley with a high post. Gave up the dribble. And looking for help. Amor always to the rescue off the fake. And a foul on the play.
She did say she has a lot of friends and family that will be there. She wants to celebrate the other 4 seniors on her team. But obviously, she said in her statement today that she still has a lot of goals to achieve for Iowa. They want to go deep in the NCAA tournament. She is 18 points away from breaking Pete Maravich's record, which we expect to follow on Sunday in Iowa City. So there is a lot still left to play for Caitlin Clark.
It's going to be sad to see her leave the college ranks, but it'll be really exciting to see what she does next, you know?
And I know those Indiana Fever fans are awfully excited.
Hidalgo with a sweet touch. We were talking to Niele Ivey about the great point guards in Notre Dame. Where does she rank already? And she said certainly in the top 4 or 5 already at Notre Dame.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question. I mean, she's a special talent as Liz Kitley continues to go to work. And I think what's most impressive is how hungry she is to learn. Niele Ivey watches every game with her. After the game, they're talking about the subtleties of reads and getting players in positions to be successful and changing speeds and changing pace. We're not talking about setting the tone. She's already got that.
Of course, Niele Ivey was a great point guard in her own right at Notre Dame. She said, you know, I was a pass-first point guard. There are different kinds. Westbeld, nice follow. She's off to a nice start here in the opening quarter.
Well, the game has changed a lot since Niele Ivey was a point guard. You've got scoring point guards, Hidalgo.
Long one by King. Can't hit it. Notre Dame digs out the rebound. Irish trying to retake the lead, and they're going to do it on a quick strike by Bransford.
The defensive energy and intensity by the Irish has been impressive here early. They're active, they're aggressive, they're communicating, forcing the Hokies to be uncomfortable.
Kitley, who's making the 150th start of her career tonight with a misfiring close. 2-time ACC Player of the Year. And the last seconds of the quarter with Notre Dame by 1, trying to add to that. Citron off the dribble. Westbeld gets a look. Around and out. Oh, great job underneath. That will not fall for Bransford as the horn sounds to end the first quarter.
We also need to take advantage of our opportunities. So we'll do that. We'll just see what happens. We just need to settle down a little bit.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
I love that reminder, by the way. Liz Kitley's 6'6". Let's wait for her, right?
That's right. Bring her down. She's been quite dominant throughout her tenure for the Hokies.
Last couple of seasons, they have loved February. 21-1. And Notre Dame off to a quick start.
Well, Coach kept saying, we need to settle down. We need to settle down. He brought up a great point today. Virginia Tech has not played Notre Dame since a year ago in December. They have played in that same span North Carolina 5 times. So the familiarity of what is happening now, he said this almost feels like a non-conference game. And you can sense that, like they've just got to settle down and figure out the personnel right now.
And there's no substitute for the type of pressure that a player like Hannah Hidalgo brings and what the Irish are doing on the defensive end as Maddie Westbeld hits another 3.
The senior from Kettering, Ohio. Wenzel gave it up. In transition again. Westbeld draws the foul and lays it in.
Again, the activity level defensively. Kylie Watson continues to move her feet. That allows the Irish to do what they do best and get out in transition. 16 points in the paint already in this ball game for Notre Dame.
Notre Dame battle tested too. They won at UConn. They faced #1 South Carolina. ESPN bracketology has Notre Dame as a #5 seed after the shot clock down to 12. And another travel.
Well, Kenny Brooks is so good in X's and O's, and look for him to run a little bit more of the screen-rescreen action, getting Elizabeth Kitley some more off-ball screens to bring her to the rim.
Well, Hokies won the ACC tournament last year. Played that all the way to the Final Four. They on the same road again. They are the #1 seed in the upcoming ACC tournament. They can clinch the conference outright here tonight. Hidalgo gives it up. Marshall shot right on the money. Moore slowing down the tempo a little bit. That's something that Kenny just talked with Holly about. And on the drive, no. Plenty of these layups just aren't falling yet for the Hokies. Hidalgo slicing through, will lay it in.
It's really cool. This is your first time seeing Hannah Hidalgo play in person. What are your impressions?
Yeah, she's feisty, really quick. She brings a lot of energy. This building definitely needs it, so she definitely brings it.
Does she belong in guard U? We just showed all the legendary guards. Is she worthy?
Yeah, you know, she definitely is. She's left a mark. She's doing things that freshmen shouldn't be able to do, and she's making it look pretty easy.
All right, well, we cannot wait. We will see you on the court for the Seattle Storm. As coach, you are just doing great things in the W. Thank you, Joel.
Thanks, Allie.
Very excited to hear about, well, 30-18 Notre Dame. They're dominating on the glass right now. Foul just went against Olivia Sumiel, the 6'2 grad, for the Hokies, so everything is going Notre Dame's way at the moment.
And coming out of the timeout, Kenny Brooks electing to change defenses. Go to the 2-3 zone. They are having trouble containing the Irish off the bounce. So change it up a little bit. Try to keep Notre Dame out of some kind of rhythm on the offensive end.
Hidalgo just too quick.
But I've been so impressed with the Irish on the defensive end of the floor. I would venture to say this is their best defensive half of basketball all season long.
Bounce free to Kitley. Got it. She swished it in. The Irish by 12 on their home floor, and KK Bransford will take a seat, 5'11" sophomore to the bench.
And Dave, it's impressive the Irish are doing this, and Sonia Citron hasn't made a field goal yet.
Amor up ahead, will lay it up and in. Right now the freshman's had the upper hand. Westbeld. And the Irish one and done. Here's Kayla King. Amor again with the bounce for Kitley, and no. She's had an up and down half. Will stay on this end. We saw her earlier this season in Baton Rouge at LSU, and she had the same kind of struggles. Amor, no problem there. Absolutely drills it. Give her 7. She's now made a 3 in every game this season. At least one. So they have crept a little bit closer, the Hokies have. Inside a minute here in the second quarter. On the feed underneath, and a whistle and a foul against the Hokies.
I felt like that was really good execution by the Irish, working that high-low, working that free throw line area against the zone.
34-25. Amor being harassed by Hidalgo, somehow got out of there. Eck will let fly. Hit it! Three-pointer. Matilda Eck with a triple.
This is the best three-point shooting team by percentage and in terms of makes in the ACC. Getting out to shooters quickly is important.
So just when it looked like Notre Dame was going to build a really big lead, and the Hokies come back with a 10-2 run right before halftime. Bransford. Westbeld, who's had an excellent first half. DeWolf in the paint and knocks it down. Chance for a heave here. Amor will get it off. Airborne, but short. 1 on 5. I think she likes the odds, right? And our Star Stories brought to you by Home Depot. 14 for her, and Westbeld was outstanding with 14 and 7. On the other side, the Star Stories for the Hokies. They need more from their stars. Amor and Kitley, they combined to shoot 5 for 17 from the field, Steph, and that is very unusual.
It absolutely is, and you have to give a ton of credit to this Notre Dame defense for keeping them out of rhythm and off balance. But this is an experienced Hokies team, so you expect them to come out of this second half looking to execute and get some high percentage looks.
Irish with the ball and a quick strike by Citron. You were talking about she needed to pick it up here in the second half and right out of the gate.
Well, the physicality on the interior, really forcing Liz Kitley off the block.
Hidalgo with a theft. Down the lane, taking it in strong, undaunted. She went down hard too as she drew the foul, and she'll be headed to the line.
Well, the physicality on the interior, Maddie Westbeld, Kylie Watson, both of them doing an outstanding job of getting Liz Kitley off the block, of forcing her out of her comfort zone. And when she does touch, they collapse. They get into her space.
King with the foul, around and out by Hidalgo, makes 80%. McDonald's All-American Spotlight. 2023 McDonald's All-American out of Haddonfield, New Jersey. And makes 1 of 2.
Again, you see where they're running offense all the way out in the logo. So we're talking 10 to 12 feet from the three-point line.
You made that point early, and it's a great one. It's happened over again. That three, no. Kitley went for the rebound. And a loose ball. And the Irish pry it free. Hidalgo open floor. Finds Citron. She's got another one. A three-pointer and a timeout, Virginia Tech.
Heads-up play. Hannah Hidalgo understanding we need to get Sonia Citron involved in this ball game. She sees her running the lane in transition, delivers the pass on time, on target, and Citron knocks down the three.
But we wanted to remind you, we see the highlights of what Olivia Miles can do, and you've had a different perspective this year sitting out with injury. Tell me what you're seeing from your team right now defensively. You get a best seat in the house.
I know, just straight passion. You know, we're locked in. We're locked into the scout. Our team is just being there for each other. You know, when one person gets beat, we're right there. So they're being trustworthy, and that's the biggest thing for us.
Liz Kitley, Georgia Amar, one of the best duos in college basketball. You're making them inefficient right now. How do you think the game plan has served that?
Yeah, you know, they were the focus, as they should be. You know, they're great players, so they can get their team going. So they were the focus. So just locking in on them and then, you know, making sure we're not, you know, losing it on other people. We're doing that really well right now.
I'm trying not to get ahead of myself, but I keep thinking about next year and having you and Hannah Hidalgo on the floor together. How do you look at what you two could do in kind of a magical way?
Yeah, I mean, as you see in this game, she's playing incredible. She's a leader. You know, she's doing everything she needs to do right now. And so I'm just excited to play with her. You know, she's an energy player and just so aggressive, and you know, she's fun to be around.
Okay, that's my resume tape for you for ESPN when you're done playing basketball. I just think you're going to be a phenomenal analyst one day.
Thank you.
We made it happen here today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I could listen to Olivia talk basketball all night, I think.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
She's terrific. Notre Dame with a 14-point lead. The Hokies trying to find a way to cut in. They have not found the formula yet tonight here in South Bend. Amor might be the answer and knocks down two.
They're going to demand a lot of attention individually, and if they can start collectively finding ways to get high percentage looks.
Westbeld turns and fires, not there. See if the tide is turning for the Hokies. Back to the baseline. Gives it up for the long jumper, and that's going to be swished in by Baker, a 6'2 freshman. Father Vin Baker played 15 years in the NBA. Hidalgo to penetrate and pop, and a good stop. At least temporarily. You got to do more than that, though.
Yeah, I mean, there are just some people who have an instinct and a nose for the ball, and she quickly found it and was able to get the second effort.
Just 17. Averaging 24. Amor looking for the answer, and does. Well, she's been a different player here in this third quarter.
Well, she has.
Amor with 13. Westbeld's follow away is short. And King with a rebound. And here come the Hokies, down 46-37. Liz Kitley, the All-American, has been very quiet in this quarter. She comes up high, setting a screen.
And now you got the mismatch. This is exactly what Kenny Brooks wanted.
Heck, yes, a three-pointer. That brings on a timeout for Notre Dame. You put these two together, their tenure, 30-win season, ACC tournament title, going to the Final Four, #1 seed in the NCAA tournament. They have accomplished much.
And talking to Kenny Brooks about those two and what they meant to this program, he said, I'd have to write a book from day one. They've changed the mentality, the projection, and the perception of our program.
Hokies can get a little bit closer. Amor, you can tell she is hunting for a shot. Gives it up here. Kitley with a shot clock down to 9. Gets to the lane. And a whistle.
They were both so anxious to improve. The coach had to call them in separately and say, okay, here's what we're going to do. Here's the plan. And that was in April, just weeks after that Final Four run. He said he talked to them about improving their mind. There's only so much they can improve physically, but they have got to improve their mindset. And you saw it right there. You see they assist on 70% of Virginia Tech's points that far. That is the mindset. We are going to own this. And Liz Kitley in that moment just there, she was not about to be denied and drew the foul. You see the mindset has improved for those two this year.
And the poise under pressure. They've been in these situations before. They understand what it takes. They don't get rattled.
Westbeld off for Hidalgo on the drive and a foul.
Well, early in this third quarter, the pace is much more in favor of the Hokies. The Irish in the first half had it out. They had 22 points in the paint. A lot of those were in transition. They were creating offense from their defense.
Hidalgo an 80% foul shooter. And that's going to be in and out. A fight for the rebound. And Kitley will draw the foul. Foul here against Notre Dame. Amor kicks it out. Baker launching. That didn't touch anything. Bransford, tough drive. Kitley just stayed home and ripped it free. Amor again, a determined shot. That won't fall. Kitley getting underneath that iron. They kick it out here for King. Five-point lead for Notre Dame here in the third quarter. On their home floor in front of a big crowd.
Oh, great cut.
And Citron wriggling free for two. Amor free in the paint. Try to swoop that pass. Picked off. Citron will scoop it in.
Well, those are instincts that you just can't teach right there, that Hannah Hidalgo did. She's beat in the play. She understands where the ball is going, and she's able to take it away.
Back head down. Yes, she gets two.
2-for-1 opportunity. Hannah Hidalgo talking about it.
Westbeld outside. .12 to get off a shot here for Notre Dame. Shot clock down to 6. Hidalgo wants it. Stops, pops, and draws the foul.
I mean, she exerts a lot of energy.
19 and counting. 3 steals. Again, averaging 5 steals a game. That's just an average performance. And another record here. Yep. As she hits both foul shots. Exceptional at that line. 660 points. The most by a freshman in ACC history for Hannah Hidalgo. The records keep on coming too. So the Hokies with a lot of work to do as we get set for the fourth quarter. Amor straight on and makes it a little bit easier with a triple. And that's it at the horn as they creep to within 6.
Well, Coach, how did your team come out from the very beginning of this game and disrupt a very efficient Virginia Tech team?
Well, I thought we were locked in. We wanted to feed off the energy of this crowd. We haven't started games well, so that was a big emphasis for us today.
I don't know if there's a higher compliment than to call a player a dog.
There is not.
20.7 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 steals. You know, Caitlin Clark has announced she has declared for the WNBA draft, so, you know, we're looking for another star, you know, to step up on that stage.
Yeah.
And tonight we're watching one who can do it. Hidalgo again, spins it in. A dynamic move for 2 more. She gets the entry. Fall away. A lot of iron, but it won't fall.
Kitley's having to work for every touch, not just every shot, every touch. The level of physicality, the Irish talking to them and communicating their switches, keeping her uncomfortable.
Hidalgo stops, scoops it, that rolls away. She grabs her miss and came away with a huge smile on her face.
Relentless. Relentless.
Getting an ovation here from the crowd at South Bend for that determination and that grit. A pull-up pop, yes, and it leads to a basket for Sonia Citron.
Every possession is so important. Hannah Hidalgo getting her team multiple possessions.
Second half, Citron with 11. You said at the break that was going to be the difference in the game. Swished in on a nice touch by King. That's how the game started.
And Kayla King has not shot the ball as well as we're typically used to seeing her shoot it from the three-point line. And This is a Virginia Tech Hokie team that, in order to get back to that Final Four, they're going to need her to find that rhythm.
Citron made a smart choice there to shoot it. The defender bowed down.
And how about those Buckeyes? Big Ten continues to talk about Iowa, and they just continue to win.
Well, about 4 minutes to go here. Hokies with work to be done, and they do get it to Kitley for the bucket. She's had a quiet night by her standards, only 10 points. Her season low was 6 against Syracuse. They leave a wide open shooter, but Citron can't hit it. And a 7-point lead for the Irish, but the Hokies with the ball.
Just continuing with the defensive intensity and execution. Nothing coming easy for Virginia Tech.
Hidalgo fighting through that screen, but that's a veteran shot right there. You talk about an almost impossible angle by Amor to get it to go. She has 18.
And off the glass, and the Hokies come with this three-quarter court pressure. But again, the growth right here. Niele Ivey talking about poise from Hannah Hidalgo and learning time and score situations.
As she said, with all these big games coming up, of course, with Westbeld firing and swishing it in. She's got an answer. She's had a great night.
She's had a terrific night. The most experienced player on the floor, all 4 seasons in Niele Ivey's system, understands each and every moment.
So under 3. And a foul on the deck before the shot, so no basket. 62-54 Notre Dame. And Notre Dame, time and time again, able to fire back after a Hokies big shot. Hokies close to 4 points. But no closer in the second half. And again, they haven't led since it was 16-15. Hidalgo running a little clock. Westbeld high. Tipped. Hidalgo has it. Shot clock dwindles down to 7. Oh, great pass inside. Citron with a finish, but that's an outstanding give by the freshman.
And how about the awareness? Sonia Citron, terrific in her off-ball cutting. She knows Hannah Hidalgo will find her.
And a whistle. 5 assists for her, 22 points and 11 rebounds.
I mean, this is just ridiculous. Great cut by Sonia Citron, finding the open area. Hidalgo reads it, delivers it.
It's a shame she doesn't enjoy playing basketball. That's the only thing. You never see her smiling.
Yeah.
A great young player on a big stage again tonight, lighting it up. Kitley, by the way, moving into the number 2 spot in the ACC career scoring list, passing Elena Beard and trailing only Barbara Kennedy, who had 3,113 points at Clemson. She's had kind of a rough night by her great standards. And we are under 2 minutes to play. Hidalgo again. She's been dazzling tonight. Got the pass free. Citron will lean in. Flipped it up there, and it rolls away. And Virginia Tech. Let's take a look. 1:46 to go. Call on the floor is Hokies ball. Take a look. Saw Amor begging off there, making sure not to reach for it.
Certainly hit Maddie Westbeld's hand. The question is, does Olivia Summiel get it afterwards? That looks like it's off of Olivia Summiel.
I would agree. And Notre Dame getting behind their fantastic freshman Hannah Hidalgo has been leading most of the contest. And it will be Notre Dame ball. The Irish with plenty to play for. They're in the fight for one of the top 4 spots in the upcoming ACC tournament, Greensboro. Hokies, regardless of tonight, already the number 1 seed. Deep in the corner, Bransford, and pushed out.
That was an easy one.
Yeah, it was a lot easier than the tip.
Yes.
That's for sure. Poked away, and a loose ball. Citron comes free with it across midcourt, and a whistle. Inbounded for Hidalgo and fouled. 1:36 to go.
Kenny Brooks knowing his team has a lot of fouls to give.
Wenzel another one. And Notre Dame, a veteran team, 7 seniors or grads. And they have certainly played like it since about midway through that first quarter when they took command of the game. Hidalgo getting free. Gets it ahead on the drive and up and in by Citron.
Well, you can't foul her if you can't catch her, right?
True enough. Timeout, Hokies. And she loves the big stage.
She absolutely does. She shines the brightest in these moments.
Well, the Hokies need a bit of a miracle. That pass loose in the paint. Big scramble for that. And the Hokies have the possession arrow. And Maddie Westbeld, not an unsung hero. She's been great tonight with 19 points and 9 rebounds. Second effort. King will let it rip. That won't fall. We're inside a minute. Another loose ball comes to the Irish. Up for Westbeld and another whistle with 51.6 to play. And Notre Dame closing in on a W, and a big one against the #5 team in the country.
Well, they go on the road and get a big gut check win at Duke, and they have been flying high ever since.
Now you look over the course of their season, they lost at Syracuse by 5 and to North Carolina by 4. That's how close they were to winning 16 consecutive games in the heart of the season. And a team in Notre Dame that could be really dangerous from here on out, right?
Well, a Fighting Irish team that's fighting to get into that top 4 in the next game before heading to the ACC tournament.
Dad on hand, mom as well, coming on the road. Talk about coming on the road. She makes 2 out of 3. 20 points for Georgia tonight. That only makes it a 10-point game, and the pressure here for the Hokies. And they are going to continue to foul. She shows up. Can't hit the first one. Coach Ivey was asked the question this week, what do you want to see her do in terms of improvement the rest of the way? And as you said, she said, it's all about poise. Certainly not the only great freshman, but tonight 12 rebounds, by the way, a career high. A floater off the iron by Amor. And the Hokies backing off now. And the crowd rising at Purcell Pavilion. This was an impressive win for Notre Dame. And a big-time W over a team that went to the Final Four last year, may yet again. Citron getting in close for 2 more. She was great in the second half. 21 points, and all of them in the second half.
Notre Dame absolutely dictating on both ends of the floor the entire ball game. They are certainly peaking at the right time.
And that's the final horn. Notre Dame wins it 71-58 over Virginia Tech, keeping the Hokies from outright clinching the ACC regular season championship here tonight.
And what a terrific effort on both ends of the floor. Hannah Hidalgo certainly set the tone for the Irish on the defensive end, but an absolute team effort to lock down one of the best duos in the country.
Hannah Hidalgo.